Hey, what do you say, my fellow weekend warriors? Today we're gonna be smoking this pork tenderloin, wrapping it in bacon. We're gonna do it on our ugly drum smoker today, but you could do this on any kind of a pellet smoker, pellet grill, kettle grill. We're using some apple wood, and we're gonna smoke around 250 degrees Fahrenheit. But before we season this and wrap it in bacon, let me show you how I fired up the drum. So what I like to do to fire these up, today I'm using Kingsford Blue, and a lot of other times I'll use B&B, the lump charcoal. Right down here, I've got one of those tumbleweeds. I like to put that down in the ash pan. We'll give it a light. Just like that. Then we'll pick it up and drop it down into the pit. And I'm gonna make sure that that flame is going right towards one of those air intakes down here. Then I'll make sure both of these intakes are all the way open. And that's gonna allow for good airflow, help us get a good fire going. We wanna get about a fist-sized flame going down there. And while that's working on getting a nice flame, I'm gonna put down a couple pieces of apple wood. Doesn't take too much. Then the next thing I'm gonna do with this gateway drum, I've got a couple different levels to put racks. So we're gonna put this one down. On the second level. And then this here is a pizza stone that I covered in aluminum foil. Just to help with cleanup afterwards, I'm gonna use this as kind of a heat deflector. Give us a little bit more indirect. I'm doing this because we're cooking with bacon, and I know the flare-ups are gonna get crazy in here. So we got that. Then I'll get my cooking level rack down, just like that. Gonna hook up my ambient temperature probe. We'll put it right about here. And then on my meat probe, I'm gonna set here. We're gonna let the heat burn off any pathogens that might be on there. All right, so as the pit's coming up to temp, I'm shooting today anywhere between 225 and 250. And for me, I like to close this top one down here to about 1/4 of an inch. And same thing for this one on the other side. And as long as we keep it anywhere in this blue range, I'll be happy. 150 to 250. We'll get plenty of smoke in there. And then I'm just gonna monitor it here remotely with my Inkbird. I'm not using the fan today. We're just gonna monitor that. So while that's coming up to temp, let's do our bacon wrap pork tenderloin. All right, so for this pork tenderloin, this is about a 3.5 pounder. Normally I would leave the fat on, but today we're wrapping it in bacon, which has plenty of fat on it. So we're gonna go ahead and get some of this off. Some of that silver skin I would normally ignore. Just get yourself a sharp knife, get in there, get yourself a piece you can peel back, and just kind of let the knife do the work. Just like that. And then one thing you'll notice is that they put 2 in here. We're gonna season ours and wrap them together in one big piece. So just go along and get as much of it off as you want. And then once you get them where you're happy, that's good enough for me. Get that little piece off of there. Let's go ahead and season them. So I'm gonna go with a nice light coat of some garlic jalapeno rub. Heavy garlic, some nice jalapeno powder. Give it a little kick. You don't have to go too heavy here. We'll get that on both of these on all sides. And that's it for the seasoning on the pork tenderloin. Now over on this cookie sheet, I've got a slab of bacon. Let's spread this out so we can wrap this up. So we're gonna go with the full slab. And this is kind of on the thinner side. It's not quite thick cut. It's not quite thin either. So we're gonna lay this out. I got a couple pieces left here. Right now we're just gonna size this up. So that's pretty good. And now I know I can overlap these just a little bit here and get our other two on the ends. All right, we got them spaced out how we want. Set these dudes right in the center, and we'll just start folding over. Kind of do some of these on an angle just to get that end wrapped up. Okay, until it looks something like that. And then we're gonna dust our bacon with Killer Hog's The Barbecue Rub. Nice little bit of sweet and savory. Don't have to go heavy here. Gently gonna flip it over. That's our money side right there. Give this side a little dose. And then I'm gonna transfer it to this little rack here. This is my beef jerky rack. Just get a little oil on it. Move this right there, dead center. And let's get it in the smoker. All right, now this is something you want to do quickly with the drum. You got to get the lid off and put it back on fast. Otherwise that pit temp's going to get away from you. So let's do that. You'll notice here again, I've got my little deflector. Get my probe. And we're going to go right into this thickest part right here. I think I'm going to go in from the side and get both of them. There we go. Let's get this lid back on. And we're gonna let this go to 145 degrees Fahrenheit. Our starting internal temperature is about 38 degrees Fahrenheit, and these things don't usually take too long, but we'll come back once an hour, show you how it's looking as usual. It's gonna be good. So we just hit the 1 hour mark. We have an internal temperature of 124 degrees Fahrenheit, and our pit's been holding steady between 255, 259, which is okay. We had a rainstorm. Real heavy rain. I haven't lifted this lid, but I'm sure it's fine. So let's check it out, see how it looks. Oh, wow. Look at the color on that. That is really, really nice. Just give this bacon a little feel. Bacon's starting to firm up. You see that rub gave it real nice color. Our little deflector, diffuser plate down there is looking good. Got some bacon grease on it. Some of it's dripping down onto the coals, which smells really good. Let's get this lid back on. And we'll come back when this gets an internal temperature of 145 degrees. I wish you guys could smell this. It's just an amazing thing. We'll be back. All right, we are at the 1.5 hour mark. We hit about 145 internal, and we're gonna give it a look here. Man, that looks good. Bacon's nice and firm, but not yet crispy. It's almost there. So we're gonna open those vents up in a second and let that temperature rise. Give that bacon one last shot at getting crispy. And then just to kick it up a notch, this is optional, I'm gonna put down some of this apple cherry habanero rib glaze. You can put down your favorite barbecue sauce. I'm not going heavy, just a little bit. Brush that across the bacon. Give it that little bit of a shine. There we go. Beautiful. So I'm gonna go ahead and open the vent up. Get the lid on. And we're gonna let this go for about 5 minutes with all the vents wide open. And then I'll see you guys at the cutting board. All right, not bad. An hour and 45 minutes to do all that. It's rested. Let's cut it up. Now, pretty much no matter which way you cut it, you're gonna lose some bacon. You could try to go between the slices. That's a good technique. Let's be some thick slices though. Just cut a couple here. Oh my, oh my. Look at how awesome that turned out. Wow. I can't wait to get a bite of that. Bacon wrapped pork tenderloin. We put that jalapeno rub on there. We put some of the Killer Hogs barbecue rub on there. Finished it off with that spicy rib glaze. Let's get a bite. Really good smoke flavor. Spicy, sweet. You can't beat it. And hey, if you like this ugly drum video, check out one of those two right there, and I'll see you over there.